So that's like what? That's the week of E3. Wait, is that the week of E3? It is! Wait. I think it is. Hey everybody, I'm Jammer, and the April Nintendo Direct just concluded. Holy cow, that was a ton of information. They had those like sections, it was like rapid fire, they were just going game after game after game. Like literally each game only got like 30 seconds, but they had like tons. Anyways, I'm gonna go over my full impression, my reaction to everything, and starting off, amiibo. Holy cow, we finally see the legendary elusive trio being Cloud, Corrin, and Bayonetta. Each character is gonna have both versions as a figurine. So we kind of speculated that a Corrin would be getting a potential female Corrin amiibo, just because of that data mine with echoes and stuff like that. But I never would have thought that Cloud and Bayonetta would be getting their alternate costumes as well. And one thing I have to say about that is, gosh dang it, Nintendo, you do not need more of my money from amiibo. But gosh, like I don't want to spend it twice as much as I have to on these three characters, but I have to get both versions now. It's too late. They also announced the new Legend of Zelda 30th Anniversary amiibo, the ones that were data mined again a while back. We thought maybe they're just held off from production, or if they were coming or not. Well, they're coming. Majora's Mask Link, Twilight Princess Link, and Skyward Sword Link, which they look pretty cool. I hope they just keep them in stock, because honestly, I don't see any of the 30th Anniversary characters anywhere. So I'd love to pick them up. I never got a chance to get them, so maybe make more stock. Alright, well, let's get into the meat of it. Let's talk about ARMS first, save Splatoon for next. Splatoon's awesome, though. I gotta say that. So ARMS was a big focus of this. They kind of did, like I said, a big explanation of how the game is played, how to use certain arms and like mix and match to do certain types of gameplay. They also talked about a new way to unlock new arm types in a certain like single player mode where you're like shooting targets or something like that. There was no demo announced, which I was kind of bummed about. Which may lead to the reason that the release date is a lot later than I predicted. I said it was going to be end of May, and this is already creeping, what, June 16th? Yeah, June 16th. So that's like, what? That's the week of E3. Wait, is that the week of E3? It is! Wait. I think it is. That's really weird. I know, if they have to take the time to finish the game, I don't blame them, but I was really feeling it was coming out in May. I guess it makes sense, in a sense. That Mario Kart's coming out at the end of this month, April. To have ARMS come out at the end of next month, May, I mean, that's only a 1 month gap, but I think that's a plenty big of a gap, so maybe they're trying to space out a bit more. But then when we talk about Splatoon 2's release date, that's literally within weeks of ARMS release date. A month, exact, actually, I think. Which, by the way, before we, I'm not going to go full into Splatoon just yet, but I just want to say that I was right about Splatoon 2, saying that the release date was going to be just smack middle of the summer. I'm like, that sounds so weird, there's no way they'll do that, but I'm like, I feel like we're going to be playing it this summer. I was right. Anyways, back to ARMS. So, some of the arms that you can equip have elemental properties that, depending on that property, can inflict certain types of status to your opponents. So, like, ice can, like, hold up your opponents for a second, and, electricity, I think, can, like, they drop the arms that they just punched. Fire, I think, just knocks you back. I don't know, stuff like that. And so basically, using this to mix and match with certain types of glove equipment and stuff like that can lead to, like, a lot of strategy in this game. A ton of strategy. I'm still of the opinion, we really need hands-on time with this game. Like, the general public needs a lot, like, to play this game to see if there's something that they're gonna enjoy, you know? There seems to be a lot of depth in this game, but again, I really feel like I want to play this first before I decide to go in on it, you know? And then also they announced a new character. Only one was just surprising. I was kind of expecting a little bit more, but considering the release date, which it did say at the end of the segment, I guess it makes sense they have plenty of time to still talk about it. This new character was Min Min. So basically she has ramen arms, which is ridiculous, but it's hilarious. And her signature weapon that comes with her signature glove, is like the dragon fist, where basically you punch it and then it stays out in the arena for, like, it pauses in mid trajectory and then shoots a laser beam, which you can then direct with your motion controls. That sounds awesome. How they did like a kind of fake match or whatever, and the announcer was like announcing to it, which was really fun and cute and all that stuff. But honestly, the dragon never seemed to be much viable, because honestly it was just too slow. It was easy to dodge out of the way of. Plus Spring Boy could easily just do his little kick thing and knock the fist out of the way. I also do like how they overviewed how each character had a specific special ability. Like Ramen Girl has those, when she's in the air she can kick fists coming at her, or she can like roll backwards and kick them away. They talk about Ninjago, whatever. He did the teleports or whatever, and then Master Mummy can just take punches. We've seen some of this stuff before, but I like that they reiterate it here. And it's really cool that each player has like, it matters not only which each character you choose, but also what glove setup you have, and it also even depends what arm is on. Because like, let's say you're using the revolver one, and you're using it on your right, but on the opponent's left, they have the big ball bearing, or not the ball bearing, but the big mummy like hard, heavy one. You wouldn't want to have that on your right because every time you try to punch, he could easily just take them all out because it's on the same side. So at least, well, this game has a ton of strategy. Like, I have to say that. I do really want to play this game, though. I really want to get my hands on time and just see how it feels, you know. They also announced new mode, 2-on-2 mode. That sounds absolutely ridiculous, but oh my gosh, that sounds so awesome at the same time. I'm actually really looking forward to that mode. I don't know why. At first I was like, well, one-on-one's okay, but I don't know. As the kind of gamer I am anyways, I kind of get bored about one-on-one after a while. I want either more players in a multiplayer game and whatever. So a 4-player arena fight, that sounds absolutely insane. Fists flying everywhere. But that's so cool. There's a doubles mode where you and a buddy can team up on another team. That sounds so much fun. They'll also be launching a new color set of amiibo. No, not amiibo. They'll also be launching a new set of colored Joy-Cons with arms. So ironic. I've been working on a video, I guess this is a little spoiler, doing mock-up special edition switches. So like, you know, a Splatoon 2 switch or an ARMS switch or a Zelda switch. So ironic, but my design for the ARMS switch had yellow Joy-Cons. The same thing. I was like, dang it, I should have got my video out just a bit sooner. But oh well, I guess I'll just pitch that and make a new design for a different game or something. Anyway, so those are cool that they're coming. I'm still waiting for the green frickin' Joy-Cons. I want those so bad. And it totally makes sense to, if they do a 2-pack again, a yellow and green one. Because, I mean, everyone's been saying that they're like third and fourth player, and then you have the natural set of colors. You know, right? No, okay. Anyways, let's move on to Splatoon 2, which was weird. It was at the end of the Direct, and it didn't... I mean, it had a pretty big spot, don't get me wrong. But, like, I kind of expected it to be in the same, or near the same segment of ARMS, but I actually like how they spaced it out. Having a big ARMS a big rapid fire section, the ARMS section, another rapid fire section, and then, of course, Splatoon at the end. I think that, like, the layout was really awesome for this Direct. I really do feel like that. So, Splatoon 2, they started off with, like, a weird trailer. I thought it was going to be about the story at first. It was talking about some company, Grezzo company, Grebo, something Bow, I don't really remember. But anyways, the Squid Research Lab, as always, like, announcing it like they're researching the squids and stuff, which is always cute and fun, you know. But they announced a new mode called Salmon Run, called Salmon Run. It's basically like a zombie mode from other traditional fighters, like from Call of Duty and whatnot. You teleport to an island or whatever, and it's just a squad of just 4 Inklings, so it's not an 8-player match, it's just 4. And basically, you're all on the same team, working cooperatively, and you're taking on waves of enemies. Which is so cool. This is such a great idea for a mode. And also, if you get splatted or die, there's no respawn little thing like on normal traditional maps. What actually you have to do is one of your teammates has to come up and shoot ink at you to regenerate yourself, to bring yourself back to life, which is really cool. Because I think zombie games are similar to that, where if your guy falls, your partner falls, you can either recuperate them and bring them back, or they just come back to the next wave, I think. Is that something right? I don't know. I don't play those games much. This is such a unique take on that, like, type of gameplay for Splatoon. Oh my gosh, it just works so perfectly. And the designs of these salmon characters are hilarious. Also, the other objective is you have to collect these golden fish eggs, basically, and the bigger enemies, when you splat them, they'll drop on the ground, and you have to carry them and swim with them on your backs, essentially, in the little, what are they called? Life preservers, which is so cool. I want to just point out that's actually what's holding your ink, because if you notice, it like fills up with orange in that trailer anyways, and like decreases. That looks so cool. And it's almost easier to see how much ink you have remaining than the normal ink takes on your back, honestly. It's a really cool costume. I like them a lot. So anyways, yeah, so you have to take those back. It's basically kind of like a capture the flag-esque thing. I wonder if like you have endless waves until you collect X amount of golden eggs. Maybe it's like 20 in an easy mode, 50 in a hard mode or something like that. And if you don't collect any, they could just keep coming any's. Maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure how it might work. I do like that. I'm very interested to see if they're going to have, I'm sure there are going to be other maps in this mode. But so far we've only seen this one island, and I'm really excited for this mode. Like, after this Splatoon test fire demo, I was like, well, this is kind of just more Splatoon 2. Or this is kind of just more Splatoon, but in a sequel, which, don't get me wrong, I'm all for more Splatoon, but like, I was like, this is very samey. And I know a lot of people were thinking that. Not in a negative way, of course. But I wanted something new, something fresh. And this Splammin' Salmon run, it's exactly what I was craving. This thing looks so cool. So finally, they said that the release date, like I said, was going to be middle of the Smack Dad summer 2017. That was not what I meant to say. July 16th? Yeah, no. 21st. July 20... No. What the heck? Where is it? 21st. Yeah, 21st. So it's very close to the ARMS release date. Like 16th, 21st. That's really only a month and maybe change, maybe a week after that or something like that. But just such a close release date for these two games. I honestly really think ARMS... Well, actually, Mario Kart and ARMS should have came out a little bit sooner. Like, Mario Kart should have came out this week, like tomorrow, Friday. And ARMS should have came out the end of May, to be honest. Before, like, well before E3. And then I think Splatoon release date's perfect, right? Smack dab in the middle of the summer. Oh, also, they announced new amiibo for Splatoon, which we all kind of knew was going to happen, because they already kind of previously said that the old amiibo are going to be compatible with Splatoon 2. So now I have a new set. It's Inkling Boy, Inkling Girl, and Inkling Squid, just like normal. Just in the new poses of the Splatoon 2 art style. What's interesting this time is you can actually save specific loadouts for your outfits and weapons and whatnot, and save it to your amiibo. And what's cool is you can scan that on the fly real quick and change your equipment in a snap. Now, this kind of seems like a feature that should be in the game already. You should be able to set preset outfits for like whatever weapon you want to use. I mean, it's nice that the feature exists through amiibo, but it probably shouldn't be locked through amiibo. I know a lot of people will be upset about this, which is a shame. I mean, but at least it's there, I guess? I don't know. So finally, let's touch on some of the smaller games they talked about here and there, third party and indie and whatever. Sonic Forces, they talked about that coming this holiday. Basically, they showed off like a brief gameplay of classic Sonic, which looks very similar to, well, what we expect classic Sonic to play like. So, no surprises there. They also, again, name drop, or at least mention that there's going to be another third character that's going to be playable and taking a stand or whatever. There was an article just the other day, maybe it was even today, I don't know, that said Sonic Boom Sonic will not be the playable third character. So that's off the table, which I'm okay with, to be honest. I mean, I know probably a lot of people are, let's be real. They also had some gameplay of Mania, just reconfirming it's coming out this summer because of the delay and whatnot, which is totally fine. I think it'll probably be right after E3. That probably makes the most sense. Maybe around the time of Splatoon, July, sometime like that. Monster Hunter Stories, so they didn't talk about Cross. That might be E3 news, which, fine, whatever. But Stories is finally coming to the West, which is awesome. They didn't say anything about the amiibo. Those are, for the moment anyway, still exclusive over there, but why wouldn't it come over? Because they're exclusively made for that game. Why wouldn't we get them here in America? I'm actually pretty excited. This game was, like, on my radar for a while, but I'm, like, kind of lost hope it was ever coming to America. So I was like, oh well, it's gone. And I'm a big Monster Hunter fan, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. But I like ARMS. I kind of need to play it first to kind of know what's going to... I know it's supposed to be an RPG, but I think the fact that you get to ride around on a Rathalos, that sounds awesome. Another 3DS title, Hey Pikmin. What was titled Pikmin 3DS is now got an official title of Hey Pikmin. It's coming out July 28th, so a little bit after, so basically at the end of that month, after Splatoon 2 and all that stuff. I think the most interesting thing of it is there's going to be a Pikmin amiibo, which is like not Olimar and Pikmin, but just Pikmin itself as an amiibo in a collection. So cool. I think this might be another Ziplash scenario. Like, this is kind of proving to be even more of another Ziplash scenario, especially because in the trailer they say Captain Olimar's first adventure as a platformer or whatever. I'm not entirely sure. I might have misheard this, but from what it sounded like to me, this is the story of Captain Olimar during the events of Pikmin 3 prior to that happening, or like right before. So Olimar goes back. I think it says something like that, maybe? I could be absolutely wrong. But that's kind of cool that they're actually filling in the gaps of the story with that. I mean, why not? Sure, that's kind of cool. But again, like I said, I'm feeling this is kind of be like Ziplash again, where it's going to come out with an amiibo. You know, it's coming out with an exclusive amiibo. The functionality of the amiibo, all that's said so far is you can call in backup Pikmin, scan it in, and apparently, like, let's say if you're running out of Pikmin, it just gives you some new ones, basically. Could be like a one-time per day thing, like usual or whatever. I'm not entirely sure. And again, it might be another same scenario where I don't really want the game because it's, you know, mediocre at best. But I go out of my way to get the amiibo anyways just because I love the character. Good Pikmin amiibo? That's awesome. That's so awesome. Finally, the most mysterious announcement was Project Mikuru? I think it was pronounced something like that. It's basically like a butt-stomping game. You're on this tiled area, and there's like 4 players, and you butt-stomp, and basically grabs the area in your color then. And if another enemy is in that area that you just butt stomped, you'll knock them off and, you know, you defeat that opponent, basically. It's very similar to, I don't know if you guys ever played this, but Harvest Moon Magical Melody had a mode where you would till the land and with hose and whatnot, and there'd be a 4-player match, and you're just trying to, like, whoever can till the most land wins, essentially. The only difference is you wouldn't get killed by the blast of tilling the land or anything. I mean, you could smack someone on the head with the hoe, it wouldn't do much. It kind of reminded me of that. It looks like a fun game. I don't know. It was really random. I mean, I'm definitely interested. If I would pick it up, it would definitely, like, from what I can see anyways, it'd have to be, like, a cheaper eShop title, like 20 bucks, something like that. It definitely looks like fun gameplay, especially because it's similar to, you know, the Harvest Moon minigame. And I'm sure there's probably more minigames like that in this package or whatever, but it's like, why is it a project game? Like, I don't know. It's a little, or is that actually the name? It's just, like, actually called Project Mikuro or whatever. I don't know. That gave me the most questions, I guess. So overall, this was, like, a fantastic Direct, and I think it did a great job just getting right to the point, blasting through a ton of Nintendo Switch games. Like, there was the giant list of 3DS games. Oh, I didn't even touch on all the new Kirby stuff coming. The, basically the 2 mini-games from, Robobot, I almost forgot, oh my gosh. The Battle Arena thing and the Kirby 3D Blast thing or whatever. I don't remember the name. They're getting their own separate minigames as eShop titles. Kind of similar how Triple Deluxe's modes got their DDD Drash, DBD Drum Drash, DDD Drum Bash, and whatever the, I can't even remember the other one. With Meta Knight? Meta Knight something? Regardless, they got their own exclusive, or their own individual eShop titles eventually down the line. Similar situation here. Then also, apparently there's another multiplayer Kirby game coming to the 3DS later this year. 100% E3 news right there. I would love this to be Switch though, because they're celebrating the 25th anniversary, and it's supposed to be a brand new multiplayer Kirby experience. They didn't say what type. I mean, I'm not holding out for any City Trial 2 or anything like that. No way in heck. I love it though, don't get me wrong. I'm intrigued, but like, they kind of just left us with not enough information to kind of grasp, you know? So it could be really anything. Again, probably E3 news. But yeah, this Direct did a great job just kind of railing through a ton of information, 3DS and Nintendo Switch, and I'm really impressed. They did an awesome job. I still, again, I need to play ARMS before I can get a better impression, and I need more information. I still feel like the release date should have been sooner, but if that's just how the development cycle went, it went. It's just so weird it's coming out over E3. Or maybe I've been mistaken this whole time. What day? Yeah, it comes out the Friday after E3. That's insane. I won't even be in town. I won't even be back by the time after that. I'll still be out in California for E3. I'm not leaving the day after. Don't get crazy. And then, yeah, of course, I'm still happy that Splatoon 2 nailed it with that freaking release date. But the mode, Salmon Run, looks so awesome. So, yeah, guys, let me know in the comments, how did you enjoy this react? How did you react to this Direct? Did you enjoy a lot of its announcements? I think overall it was pretty positive. I think I'm pretty content with what they gave me. This was, like, plenty of enough what I want to know. And then now I can look forward to whatever else they're going to be showing off at E3. Definitely looking forward to it, especially because they're going to be talking about Splatoon story coming up eventually. Probably not in its own Direct or anything. They just said, like, stay tuned for story details. So we'll be probably getting that next, whenever that is. More ARMS stuff, hopefully, and all that stuff. Yeah, so let me know in the comments what you guys think. Give this video a huge, awesome like, and if you haven't already, subscribe for tons on Nintendo, Nintendo Switch, ARMS, Splatoon 2, all of that stuff. Thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.